transmission medium is the path which connects the source and the destination, clear? Or the path which is required for the data transmission from source to the destination. That is called the data transmission. This is the data transmission medium. So transmission we have talked here. It is the transfer of data from the source to the destination. This is source, this is destination. Okay, so the data is being transferred from the source to the destination, that is data transmission. And through which medium we use to transfer the data? They are of two types, either wired or wireless. Wired, we also call it as a guided media, which guide. Then second is unguided, means wireless media. Wired, wireless. So two types of medias are guided transmission media, the other unguided transmission media. Clear? So the transmission media is the path which propagates signal to convey very information or computer to another. Means to convey information from one computer to the other, that is the transmission media. This media commonly refers to the physical interference or connections between two or more computers. Okay? Physical interference means something is there in between the two computers which is used to convey the information. Either can be wired, unwired, guided, unguided. Clear? So we'll study now these further. The purpose of a physical layer is to transport the stream of bits from source to the destination. So what is the function of a physical layer? Function of a physical layer. Physical layer. Its function is to transmit the data from source to the destination. Okay? Data transmit. Okay, its function, the function of a physical layer is to transmit the data from the source to the destination. The transmission media make possible transmission of the electronic signals from one computer to the other. We know we are talking about computers, so we will talk in terms of electronic signals which are being transferred. These electronic signals express data values in form of binary on-off pulses. You know, signal is in the binary pulses on-off. This pulse. This is on, this is off. Okay? On, off pulse. On-off pulses. The signals are transmitted through the network using a combination of electronic devices such as network boards and hubs. So how signal is transmitted? By use of combination of physical devices such as boards or hubs. Okay? Physical devices. Combination of physical devices. Which devices? Boards or hubs. Okay, combination of physical devices, boards or hubs. All signal transmitted with a computer consists of some form of electromagnetic waveform. So signals can be of any type. Either they can be electromagnetic waveform which range from a radio frequency through microwave and infrared, right? We'll study them now later. So first, what are the characteristics of a media? We have studied what a transmission media is. Now, what all are the characteristics of a transmission media? First is the bandwidth. I have told you what a bandwidth is. Characteristics of a transmission media. First is the bandwidth. Which is denoted as BW. So the bandwidth is the width of communication channel. What is a bandwidth? It is the width of a communication channel. This is called the bandwidth. Okay, through which we are transmitting the signal. This is a signal, this is a channel. So this is the bandwidth. Okay, bandwidth through which the signal is transmitting. Measured in terms of hertz. This bandwidth is measured, okay, units of the bandwidth. Units in terms of hertz. Bandwidth measured in terms of hertz. This limits the quantity of data that can be encoded by the physical layer electronic for any given set of frequencies. Okay, whatever frequencies are given, it has to be transmitted only using the particular bandwidth of a system. It is different from between the upper and the lower frequency boundaries of a communication channel. There are two boundaries. One is the upper boundary. This is the upper frequency. This is the lower frequency. So between these two frequencies only the data is being transferred. Clear? Second is attenuation. What is attenuation? It is the degradation of a signal. Second is attenuation. Attenuation, that is passing an electric current, which is the form that is transmitted signal, takes result in the slow but steady degradation of the signal's strength. Degradation of a signal strength. Degradation of signal strength. Degradation of a signal strength, in addition to its continuous radiation of energy, the signal also consumes energy to move along its wire path. Okay, signal also consumes some energy, so attenuation is there, means signal strength is reduced, there is loss of signal. Loss of signal or loss of information, the required information due to attenuation. The media that can carry a signal for longer distance is considered the best. So which media for this we consider? We consider the media which can travel signals through a longer distance. Okay. Third is electromagnetic interference. Third characteristic is electromagnetic interference. EMI, electromagnetic interference. This is a kind of interference. Interference means hindrance which obstructs your signals. That is electromagnetic interference. This factor is also known as distortion factor. The other name for electromagnetic interference is distortion factor. Why distortion factor? Distortion of the signal occurs. Interference from other sources, right? When a signal travels through some media, it bonds to meet some electromagnetic interference from where? Other sources also. Either they can be wires through which they are traveling, either they can be any kind of medium interference, okay, any kind of interference which obstructs our signal. Sometimes this interference results in a crosstalk. Crosstalk occurs. What is a crosstalk? It is the mixing of the two signals. This is signal 1, signal 2. Due to interference, what happens? These signals can be mixed up. Hence, we cannot get the required information. Got it? Crosstalk is the induction of unwanted signals. Induction of unwanted signals from one wire to another within the same shed. Okay, multiple signals are transmitting in this channel. This is the channel. These are the signals. Okay, they are traveling in their own particular path. But due to interference, what happens is signals get mixed up. Okay, that is the crosstalk, mixing up of the signals in a same shed, S-H-E-A-T-H, or a path. Propagation delay. Fourth is propagation delay. The time required, right? Propagation delay refers to the length of time required for a signal to travel from transmitter to receiver. Length of time required. Propagation delay is the length of time required. For a signal, okay, for a signal, this is source, this is the signal. For a signal to send from sender to the receiver, okay, source to the destination or source to the receiver. While in nature the transmission medium will have considered impact of the propagation delay, other words, the total length of the circuit directly influences the length of time it takes for the signal to reach the receiver. So the length of the circuit also defines that how much time will be required for a signal to reach its destination. Clear? Last is then is the physical dimension and the cost. Physical dimension means the physical side. Fifth is physical dimension. Physical dimension, the dimension means, right, of a system. What are the system dimensions? They have to be considered well as well. This is especially true once again in case of a wired system. In case of a wired system, the dimensions are considered. Certainly, the sheer weight of a cable system must be considered as one attempt to deploy its effectivity. Okay? Means the shape, physical dimensions, the shape, size, etc. Specifications are all these are considered. And the last characteristic is the cost. Cost issue abounds in the selection of an appropriate transmission medium. Whenever you select a transmission medium, cost plays a role over that. Why? Because it is based on the deployment, operation and maintenance of the systems. Wired transmission involves a cost component in the form of infrastructure. Means if a wired network you are using, it will involve the cost of the wires and the infrastructure, all the things required in a network, okay, in a transmission media. So cost ultimately is the main important factor. Characteristics clear?
Yes, sir.
Then we are studying the guided and the unguided media. What is a guided media now? Guided means which guides you. Okay. Guided media is the one which guides you. Guided media are the physical links. They are the physical links which guides you how to transmit a signal. Uses a cabling system that guides or bonds the data signals along a specific path. They guide you in which way the signal is to be transmitted or which path you have to follow to reach the particular destination, that is the signal transmission, right, in the guided media. So the guided media are the physical links through which signals are confined, right, to a narrow path. These are also called guide media because they guide a signal that through which path they have to follow. Bonded media are made up of external conductor, which conductors especially the copper wires, bonded media, okay, by a jacket material. They are talking here about a bonded media which is like this. This is called the jacket material, and here is the conductor wire, the copper wire. Copper is the conductor. Copper is the conductor, and the material is which is bonded, which bonds the conductor, is the jacket material. The copper is the conductor. Bonded media are great for labs because they offer high speed. What are the characteristics of a bonded media? We get high speed, they have good security, low cost. However, sometimes they cannot be used due to distance communication, but sometimes we don't use them. Why? Due to distance communication, where we have to travel, right, where the signal has to travel a longer distance. There we don't use these bonded media. Three common types of bonded media are coaxial cable, twisted pair cable, fiber optic cable. What all are the types? Coaxial cable, twisted pair cable, and the fiber optic cable. All these are the types. Clear? Now we'll study each of these cables one by one. So guided media provides physical path through which the signals are propagated. Clear? So first is the guided media. In the guided media, first is the twisted pair cable. Before that, in your book, it's given open wire. So look at your book, all those who have the books with them, what an open wire is. Open wire means the wire which will be open, right? Simple wire. Open wire is traditionally used to describe the electrical wire strung along a telephone poles. Okay, where do you see these kinds of wires? In a telephone line, where there are two poles, okay? In an open wire, there are two poles. A wire is singly standard, right? Open wire. There is a single wire strung between the poles. Have you seen in the telephone connections, there is a single wire only which is strung between the two poles. No shielding or protection from noise interference is used. So in those telephone lines, the telephone lines which you see around you, no protection is given, no insulation of the wires is there, so the interference is more, okay? So no insulation medium is used. We are going to extend the traditional definition of open wire to include any data signal path without shielding or protection from the noise. So to overcome this, right, open wires, because there was no shielding, no protection against any kind of interference, we have further the introduction of this twisted pair cable. Okay. To overcome the limitation of the open wires, there came the involvement of the guided media and other, that is the twisted pair cable. Now what is a twisted pair? As the name suggests, twisted means there will be a twist between the cables. Twisted pair is the simplest, oldest and low priced cable medium. Its price is low, simple and oldest. It is made up of two insulated copper wires. Which wires? It is made of two insulated copper wires. As the name suggests, twisted. Twist will be between the two wires, so it is made up of two insulated copper wires. In the open wire, we don't have an insulation over the copper wires, but in the twisted wire, we have the insulation of the copper wires. typically twisted around each other in a continuous spiral. Like this spiral is here in this form, twisted wires. Yeah? The purpose of twisting the wires is to reduce electrical interference. Why do we twist the wires? So that we can reduce the interference, we can reduce the noise. Okay, purpose of twisting these wires is to reduce interference or the noise from similar pairs close by. The most common application of twisted pair is the telephone system. So application or the example of the twisted pair cable is the telephone system. Where the wires are insulated, they are twisted. Telephone system. Clear? So twisted pair cables, they have further few characteristics, right? They can run several kilometers without amplification, because they don't need any kind of amplification, because signal travels smoothly in that. They can travel without any kind of loss. Why? Because twist is there, and if twist is there, then there is no interference, no noise is there. So our signal will be smoothly traveling without any amplification. Clear? Amplification means you strong the signal strength. So here there is no amplification required, but longer distances repeaters are needed, but repeaters may be required so that they can repeat the signal. Clear? Again and again through a longer distance. The twisted pair cable can be broadly classified further into, there are two types. One is the shielded twisted pair cable, the other is the unshielded. UTP, shielded twisted pair cable. UTP, unshielded twisted pair cable. STP, shielded twisted pair cable. Okay, one will be shielded, the other will be unshielded cables. See now here in the slide you can see how a twisted pair cable looks like. You have a cable with you. This is the cable. Have a look everyone. This is the cable here. This is the jacket or the cover which we can call. The outer cover is the jacket. Then here you have a silver plated wire which is a shield. Then inside that you have an insulation medium wire, right? Then you have the conductors, two conductors here, they are very light, these are the wires. These two are the insulations. And these wires are twisted. Why they are twisted? To reduce the interference. So here you can see the inner post part is the conductor which carries the actual signal. These are very small light here, copper wires, conductors. Then insulation part is done over there, insulating wires are used. Above insulation part there is a silver plated wire, shield. It acts as a shield which protects. The outermost is the cover that is called the jacket. Okay, made of a polymer, any kind. So a wire, in a book also it is given a twisted pair, simple pair how the cable looks like. A wire acts as a single communication link. So this twisted pair cable, in this the wire acts as a single communication link, means the communication will be a single way link. Here two strands of copper wire are twisted together, right? And this twisting reduces the sensitivity of the cable to EMI, electromagnetic interference, right? No electromagnetic interference is there due to this twist of the wire, and also reduces the tendency of the components. Whenever two wires are in closed